Greetings, Ranger fans. I'm Bryan Montgomery, joined today by head coach Brandon Hickman. Jesuit heading to the UIL area round against reigning state champion Longview this Friday at Kincaid Stadium. And coach, the Rangers punching their ticket to the area round with a phenomenal win against Lakeview Centennial. A lot of people went into that game outside of the Ranger spectrum thinking that it was a toss-up, and Jesuit put that away very quickly. Took a five-star running back and isolated him to under 100 yards. Phenomenal defensive performance. Let's start by talking about that and what the defense was able to do to shut down what is really a phenomenal player in Kamar Whedon.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago when we played him, I think he had 450 yards rushing, and, we knew that he was going to be a really good player, and he's a junior now, and Coach Woods put together a great game plan. I mean, the guys performed at a high level. He tried to get outside a bunch on us, and we were able to pursue and get there. So I think we kept him in check all night. I thought I was proud of the kids, the way we responded to playing a good player like that, and we did the job that we needed to get done. And,
and then on the offensive end, 5 rushing touchdowns, 3 from Taylor, 2 from Smith. And looking at what that was able to bring to the table, we talked earlier in the season about how the two of them complement each other so well, and I think that really was showcased in how the two running backs did on Friday night.
Yeah, thunder and lightning. That's what I call them. They did. They both did well. They ran well. They blocked for each other well. They were cutting guys and really coming off and kicking guys out on the power play we were running. And up front, I thought that the O-line played really well too. We kind of controlled the line of scrimmage, and we wanted to tempo them early on, get EJ the ball, get it in his hands early on, and kind of simplified the game plan and just ran the ball a lot more than we threw.
And then really 2 big plays that helped define the game. I think the first one was definitely the touchdown to kick off the second half, give momentum back to the Rangers, make sure they have it and harnessed it heading into the late stages of the game. And then finally an 8-minute drive that helped Jesuit essentially put the game away with a touchdown from Taylor. You look at that, you have one drive that took 37 seconds but resulted in a touchdown, another one that had 8 minutes on the clock, which at that point in the game was important. For you looking at that, we've seen really both sides of tempo and both sides of drive management for the Rangers this year. Just talk about how they're able to put that together.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be able to go fast, and see if teams can handle it, and I feel like this year our tempo is really helped us get the advantage over teams that might have a little more talent than we have. I felt like the other night we could tempo at a pretty good pace. I didn't want to slow things down a ton in the third quarter. We came out kind of fast, but then we started kind of slowing things down and got methodical there with the 18 or 17 play drive. It became the fourth quarter real quickly, and that's what we wanted there with a pretty good little lead, so those guys couldn't try to get back in it. But just all around, I thought all 3 phases played great. I thought the excitement in Post-Del Stadium was unreal. Our fans, our student section came out, and it was a really home field advantage for us, which was great.
And then just quickly before we start talking about Longview, your level of pride in this team and what they've accomplished this year. Obviously the Rangers aren't done yet with the big matchup ahead, but you have a moment to look back and see the team that was 2-8 last year, now with the bi-district championship, heading towards a chance to really prove themselves against the best in the state.
Yeah, I mean, just, senior leadership, like we talked about. These kids have worked 4 years for it, and everybody in our program has really put a lot of time into it and effort. And, we got a couple of bounces during the season, but I felt like every game our kids came out ready to play. The attention to detail in practice has been really good. We have fun with them. I think we have a good time with these guys, and they're a fun group to be around. It's a senior group we're going to miss, and hopefully we got, so a few more weeks with them. And, and we're excited about playing Longview. They got a good program.
And then that Longview Lobos team led by Haynes Kings, the son of head coach John King, highly touted recruit, A&M commit. He's had a phenomenal season so far, along with the rest of the skill positions and what they've been able to do offensively, taking out a Temple team by a fairly considerable margin. But looking at what you've seen on film, we know what Longview brings to the table. We saw it 2 years ago. Just what you've seen and what should Ranger fans expect from this matchup?
I mean, everything goes through, his son, Haynes King. He's a good football player. He's committed to A&M. Coach King's been doing it a long time. We've played each other in the playoffs now. This will be, I think, our 4th year we've played them. And so they're a physical team. They're good. They execute at a high level. They're good up front. But I think his son is a tremendous quarterback and does a really good job running the offense. And, defensively, they're active, and it'll be a good test for us. Obviously, we're thrilled to be in the position we're in right now. And, we've had a great week of practice, and that's very helpful when you're coming into this time of the year. We've been sharp in practice. The kids' energy level's been really good. We got a couple more days, and then we'll be ready to tee it off Friday night.
And again, that kickoff is 7:30 on Friday night at Kincaid Stadium. Do not miss this playoff showdown as Jesuit and Longview will clash in the UIL area round. If you have to miss the game, be sure to tune in to 770 KAAM as Jack, Tom, and Chris will have the call starting at 7. And as always, be sure to keep it locked in at JesuitRangers.org for all of your up-to-date Rangers info.